Alright, first, the RC6GS V2. Battery. This takes 6 batteries. For me, I'm using a 2S Lipo. Plugged right into here. Alright, you can purchase this off of eBay. Alright, close that up. Boom. Okay. Let's go ahead and power it on. Got the name of my vehicle there. How many volts I'm running. I did run this a while, but a fully charged 2S Lipo in here will be 8.5. 8.5 volts. Alright. So, moving on. I'm going to go ahead and power up my Titan. Alright. So you see? I'm all on. Okay. So, I'm just going to go right through here. You got your steering right here, and you have the throttle. Alright. You got your R for right, B for brake. Okay. Turn down my brakes. Right here. It's going to be this button here. Go down. Zero my brakes out. So everything is 50-50. Steering. Everything will be zeroed out. Let's go into the X, hit the exit button so we can see some other features. You got your channels, okay? You also have your signal, negative at night, 716 RPMs. Now, that's going to be part of your telemetry. You can get a telemetry piece there from the Radiolink website or Google or Amazon. You got your other telemetry stuff. You got your receiver, okay? Press both buttons. Enter the language, the model. You can fit 10 models on here. I have my Titan and all my other vehicles plugged in. You go to the EPA, which can be your endpoints. I got my steering endpoints for the left side, right side. So whenever you do your endpoints, you make sure you hit enter. You turn left, okay, and you either can turn your steering down by hitting the DEC or decline, and you can see the wheels move, okay? That's where I had mine set up. Yours may be different based off of your servo, okay? And you do the same thing to the right. Turn right and hit decelerate if you want to bring the wheels in, or accelerate if you want more steering. So the higher you are in a percentage, the more steering you got, okay? And let go. Same thing for throttle. I have 100% forward throttle, 25% reverse. That's for braking, okay? So forward, braking, channel 3s and everything else you won't need. Let's go back out. Steering exponential. Don't need to worry about that. I don't use it. You got your steering speed. I don't use it, but you can definitely use it to adjust how your wheel turns and it comes back to center. Okay. You got your throttle exponential. I definitely use this one, the first one. I don't use none of this. I just use A. Alright. And basically this is off right now, but this is standard. I need to turn this back on. Click over, turn on. Alright, now so that whenever I go through my throttle band, right there, it's going to pick up. So right here, 17%, okay? And every time you hit those points here, let me just let you know. Let me go back now. 17% is going to be at that line. So when I reach that line, I'm at 17% throttle. Right there. That's it. So if as you go down, the little line here bar moves up and let you know where that point is on your trigger, okay? And obviously all the way at the end is 100%. Let's go back out. A lot of people use that to play with their drag race setup, so you'll know how much power to give at the beginning, middle, and end, okay? Play with that and figure it out. The rest of this stuff don't need exponential. I tried these and they don't do much. They don't do pretty much nothing that you need to worry about. The throttle speed, all this stuff, I like to say this stuff you can, use for nitro, ABS, same thing. Acceleration, definitely you can use this for forward power. You use about 40-50% to 100%. Right now Everything is neutral, 50%. Idle, you don't have to worry about, but that's for your nitro. Sub trim, number 11, everyone uses. My steering, again, based off of your servo settings and how it's centered. This is basically you centering your servo and just to get it centered the way you want it. Mine's -21, but it goes all the way up and down and exceed and everything else. So, same thing for throttle, TH. Your reverse. Down, this is for your remote. Based off of the electronic system that you have installed. If you have a Castle, for the Radiolink, I found that sometimes when you're trying to calibrate, sometimes the throttle has to be opposite. Then you have to go into, because even going into the Castle link system and changing the direction of the motor, it won't calibrate. So it's based off of your receiver and what radio you have and how it reads. For mine to get calibrated, to get forward, I have to have the throttle reversed. Okay, so once you get that set on your Radiolink, then go into your Castle link and then change the direction of the motor. It's just how it works with this Castle system, and that's why I have to do it to a lot of my vehicles running the Radiolink. Get your system set up on your remote, you know, find out that direction that will allow you to calibrate it. And then if the motor is going in the opposite direction when you're calibrating, just go into the ESC at that time and switch the motor direction and then recalibrate. And then that's all it is. It's real simple. Well, complicated, but it took me not too long to figure it out. But other than that, everything else is normal. You go down to your dual rate. This is what I use for a lot of my speed runs. For my steering rate, that just allows you how much steering, 70% steering that you have. If I want to turn it all the way up to 100%, I'll have more steering all the way. So much so where you can see my arm go all the way up. But I do have it limited with my endpoints. That's why. So I'm never going to go beyond the points for that. But for when I do speed runs, let you know, I turn my steering rate all the way down to where I'm having, where I can steer, but I don't overcorrect. So around like 25%. And you can see how much steering I have here. Let's see. It barely any steering. So, and you can turn it down more if you want to. This is right here is 15%. And 10%. So you can see 10%. 10% steering. But also, if you are going to run gyro, I do notice I don't use a lot of gyro. I use maybe 4 or 5% gyro. Pretty much nothing when I do my speed runs. But with this system, just want to explain, certain gyros act differently. Like the Traxxas TSM acts differently from AVC. This gyro system works similarly, like the AVC a little bit, but the faster you go, the more gyro is applied. So you can have it at 4 or 5%, but the faster you go, the gyro starts to act, I guess the percent of a gyro automatically goes up. It's just weird. It just applies based off of speed and acceleration. That's really weird. But that's from me running this thing for a year and speed running it, and now I figure I pretty much don't use gyro. But that's how it is. It's a nice system to use if you're just going to bash around. All right, so but that's what I use. My throttle rates are always at 100% when I do my speed runs. But that's why you see me in sometimes my videos, just hear these little buttons, because I'm holding it down and I'm just going up and down right there. All right, so go back to 75% steering. Okay, that's pretty much all I need. So ATL, don't know what that stands for, but it's at 100. I leave it where it is. PMX, I do know this came with the update. That's for nitro vehicles. You don't have to worry about that. Auxiliary channel. You can designate certain channels to do certain things. Like channel 3, this is VR. This adjusts my gyro up and down right there. I can actually, name that something else to SWA. So channel A will be SWA right here. This little button here, right in there. Okay. I can have that there, but you could, that's what you can do on this radio. So you can pretty much do everything like any other radio, and you get a lot and save a lot of money, you know, with this radio. Go back to VR. So channel 4 is my SWA, channel 5 SWV and everything, you know, and so forth. You can designate all these things to do anything. Like I had my lights, I just turn my lights on through here, like that on some of my vehicles that plugged into certain those. If you have like a 6-channel receiver, you know, some people don't because they don't need it, just need forward and, you know, and steering. That's all. But other than that, pretty simple. Now the name, you can go down and change the name of your vehicle. So for Model 7 that I have, my 7th vehicle, it's Typhon. All right, you can name it, go through there. Your alarms, you can go through TX. You can get, that's your, basically your transmitter. That's how many volts. This is for the volts. So if I hit 7.2 volts and you saw back here is 8.3 volts, that's let me know that I need to charge it back up. So 7.2 is my alarm. The external battery I currently got in there is reading, when I put it in there, is 11.1 volts. I'm currently running a 3S Lipo in here, so when this external battery kicks in, it's going to go off. Okay, you can also set up the thing for your reception. If your reception drops right there, alarm was off saying I don't have no signal. So let's get back out of there. See, signal is really low. So just go back in. I hate this alarm. It really does annoy me because you can't go through because it's beeping. So I'll make this real quick. My battery about to go dead, but I'm about to turn this off. Alright. Alright. Okay. Annoying. There we go. Reset. So other than that, go back to the menu. Oh, here's the camera. You got your ID, your gyro. Basically, you can turn your gyro on or off. When it's off, you have no gyro at all, nothing. But if you turn it on, you have it on, but the VR, which is here, that adjusts your throttle. You see at a rate, I'm at 100%. I can move the wheel right there. And like I said, I only use like 5% throttle, gyro, 4 or 5 right there. And that's all I have. It's barely anything, but like I said, the faster you go, the more it actually shows. So, and then you can actually switch that to standard. Standard, basically 0%. You have to change your gyro inside the radio. This will not work. Nothing will work. You got to go in here and you got to increase it through here. Yeah, there we go. And that's how you do it. Standard. But that's about it. I keep mine on variable rate, so if I want to turn it off, I just turn this knob all the way off, and I have nothing. So right now, I can turn it up or down. I'll just leave it just like that. But other than that, that is my quick overview and what I do and how to set it up, or what this radio can do. You guys go out, go play with it, and have some fun. And one more thing, this foam, go ahead and get some double-sided sticky tape or something, because this slides off very easy, or it spins easy if you're racing. It just spins, even though I'm just, see that just moving in the wheels? I'm still thinking I'm turning it, but this thing just keeps going. It's really easy. So I'm going to put some tape there or glue and just hold it there, and that's about it. So, but if you haven't already, go check out my other video on how to put up a boost extender and onto this thing. You don't really need it, but I like to use it for a lot of radio interference. And when I did do it, just make sure you look at your antenna and flip the make sure the antenna's on the antenna side and this going into the bore side. That's all. But other than that, you guys take care. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great day. Peace.